What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to have a look at an extremely cool product which has gone and been revealed for the Pokémon TCG. It's the kind of thing I absolutely love, and frankly, the kind of thing that makes me extremely jealous. Now, it is another one of these that's coming out over in China, but don't switch off yet. You want to hear about this. This is extremely cool. So, what we've got are... well, there's a lot of different phrases machine translated over on the website, but I like the phrase ever-changing treasure boxes. I think that sounds honestly rather lovely. And what we've got here is basically a Pokemon TCG mystery box in the best possible way. So what is available? What is out there? How happy should we be? Well, what you get is one Pokemon card, one energy or trainer card, and something else. And the something else is a mini damage indicator storage box. Although we need to talk about this phrasing. The phrasing is all over the place here. So we've got ordinary mini damage indicator storage box. Basically, they're damage counter boxes. And we got the regular one, so we've got the whole Inteleon evolution line. We've got the Beamerel evolution line, and Bidoof, you know, is going to be popular. We've got Fluffy and Mareep, but not Ampharos. But remember, as a spoiler, we're talking about the Fluffy here with Dynamotor, so that does actually make sense. We got Diancie, we got the Altaria line, we've got Basculin, but not Basculegion, bearing in mind we are in the Legends Arceus phase over in China. We've got Hawlucha, we got Archeops, but not Archon, but again, that kind of makes sense because we're talking about the Archeops that we put into play with Lugia, we never evolve into it. We got Mew, we got Snorlax, we got Hisuian Voltorb, we've got Manaphy here, and you'll notice lots of these Pokemon are, you know, very playable. Who'd have thought that coming up? We got Dunsparce, Pumpkaboo, and Minccino. So a real eclectic mix there. But then we've got the hidden mini damage counter indicator storage box, featuring your legendary beast trio, your Entei, Suicune, and your Raikou, along with Lumineon and Drapion. And I know they seem like weird choices, but remember, we're kind of around the Brilliant Stars to Lost Origin era over in China, so actually Manaphy and Drapion are incredibly relevant Pokemon in that particular metagame, so it would make sense that they would get chosen. And it does really seem like they've gone for a mixture of popular Pokemon and metagame relevant Pokemon, because I'm sorry, there is no world in which Drapion and Lumineon get featured here, unless they're going, oh wait, those Vs are really good. But then we've got the super hidden mini damage indicator storage box, featuring Ditto, okay, Arceus, yeah, Lugia, yeah, Hisuian Zoroark, okay, fine, you got the V-Star and all of that. And then Kricketune? Kricketune is one of the super hidden mini damage indicator storage box, along with Lugia and Arceus. But again, we do have the Kricketune that draws cards, and you look at that and you're like, you know what? Yeah, okay, I do kind of get that. Fine. So, what do we get next? Well, you get one of 20 Pokemon, which we are told is being produced in the same number. But look at the Pokemon featured. Entei V, Suicune V. Oh, hang on a second, that kind of makes sense. Raikou V. Oh, yeah. And then we've got Lumineon V. Hang on a second, this is starting to look a little bit relevant. And we've got, of course, Drapion V. Okay, that kind of makes sense. And then in terms of V-Star, we've got Lugia V-Star. We've got Arceus V-Star. We've got Hisuian Zoroark V-Star. And then we've got your regular Pokemon. We've got Hisuian Voltorb. We've got ourselves your Manaphy, your Basculin, the entire Rapid Strike Inteleon line, although remember that the Inteleon is actually the pre-release alternate art version, not the regular. Fun little fact for you there. We've got Mareep and Flaffy, but not Ampharos, which is why Ampharos doesn't make it onto the tin. We've got ourselves Mew. And Pumpkaboo, the one that gets rid of stadiums and is really good. Diancie, which has no business being on this list of Pokemon. We've got Altaria. And Snorlax. And Dunsparce. And then we've got your Bidoof and your Bibarel. And your Swablu to go with the Altaria. And your Archeops without Archon, because we don't play the Archon. Minccino and Hawlucha that don't really have any business being on there. But then we've got your illustration rares of Kricketune and Ditto. And honestly, it's weird to me that this is the Kricketune featured, because, I mean, look, I showed it to you the other day in a Rabska deck of all things. But it's not exactly been some kind of, like, hyper-playable card. And this is just weird to me. Like, we look at things like Lugia V-Star, and we're like, oh yeah, and bearing in mind that is the promo Lugia V-Star, I should add, which is a lovely card, that we have not gotten in the UK, US, Europe, etc. yet. The West does not have this card. And then we got things like your Archeops, which you play with it, which makes perfect sense. And your Flaffy, your Inteleon, your Mew, all of which are very good playable cards. But then we got stuff like Hawlucha and Diancie. And I'm like, who wants them? Minccino without Chinchilla? I mean, come on. Those are weird choices. But then you also get yourself one random energy or trainer. And there's 10 energy, 28 trainers, 38 types in total. Each type is produced in equal proportion. Now, they've not actually shown us all of these. They've shown us a little selection. But you shouldn't be surprised to hear they're all very playable cards. So we've got Colress's Experiment, that card which is absolutely essential if you're playing a Lost Box deck. And then Lost Vacuum that gets rid of tools and stadiums and is frankly brilliant and awesome. Still sees a huge amount of play. And you'll notice that they've all got a lovely foiling on, which seems like a unique foiling for these cards. So they're going to be very nice in that regard. Then we've got Lost City, but again, we're in like the Lost Origin era over in Japan, so it would make sense that these cards would be coming out. And then we got ourselves Choice Belt. Does extra damage to Pokemon V, jobs are good, and we like this. And then Double Turbo Energy. Very nice indeed. And then Basic Grass, because they're going to have all the basic energy. This is just an example. So, yeah. It's all a little bit weird. But I kind of love it. But that's not all the mystery. You then get 2 random booster packs. So the booster packs could be the Venusaur one, the Blastoise one, the Eevee Heroes one, which is by far the one you should want the most, the Fusion Strike one, the Hisuian Typhlosion one, the Lucario one, the Lugia one, or the Giratina one. You get one 25 card pack of that. But again, it's not all even. You then get a random expansion pack, which is a 6 card pack, I believe, which is either the Moltres, the Volcarona, the Hisuian Zoroark, or the Unknown. These are the packs, and it's so weird to me. All of the regular packs have wonderful, lovely artwork, which I believe is all actually exclusive and unique and done just for China. And then the expansion packs are just like, get a 3D picture of this Pokemon on a background and ship it. And it's weird to me that they spend so much time and effort on the regular booster packs and so little on the expansion pack. And I love these because you literally get your random damage counter case, your random Pokemon card, your random trainer or energy card, your random main series pack, and your random expansion series pack, all wrapped up in a lovely box, and they've just come out, and they are retailing for 68 Chinese yuan renminbi, which is not very much, ladies and gentlemen. 68 Chinese yuan is really not very much at all. If you're talking in US dollars, we're going for $9.40. I would pay that in a heartbeat. And obviously I'm in the UK, not in the US, so it's £7.40 over here. I'd pay £7.40 for this. No qualms. Problem is I can't But we need to keep talking about the fact of what China's doing, and it's so wonderful that they are going to all this effort to produce these products that they don't need to. They could just be ignoring it, but instead they are going out of their way to really push this stuff, and I love it, and I think it's brilliant and awesome, and long may it continue. But I've told you about it now. So now it's over to you guys. Tell me if you would like products like this with all of that mystery, and like every part of this is mystery, and I think that makes it even better. Tell me how you feel about this in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely It's a Coaster, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and is a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.